biggest question that comes up is designing sales organization. A lot of what I've heard right now is cross-functionality. How do you think about designing the sales organization? Of course, part of it includes mechanisms of engagement with the engineering team.
A little bit of thinking about this yesterday. I mean, and this may seem like an obvious point, but I think it really comes down to you just have to have a really good understanding of the personas on the client side of who you're selling to, and kind of where they need you to meet them in that conversation so that you're most effective. We talked a little bit about within enterprise sales how there's 5.7 stakeholders in the decision on the client side. One of the things that we learned early on is that for our salespeople to be effective, they have to be great deal quarterbacks and have experience managing complex solution cycles. Our sales motion is very much not a transactional sort of vendor type decision. It's a sort of strategic partnership decision. And then we learned early on that our salespeople have to be supply chain experts, so that they can go have an interesting consultative conversation with the customer and have credibility with the customer and actually be able to give the customer real advice and guidance as to how they think they should set up their supply chain going forward. So once we figured out that was our winning formula, that we had to hire salespeople that could manage a complex enterprise sales cycle, a multifaceted deal team, and could have an intelligent supply chain conversation with the customer, that just made it easier for us to hire and got a lot more specific about our hiring decisions. So I think for any business, like first you just have to really deeply understand the persona of your client. And then you can figure out what the best sort of sales, persona is that works for your business, right? And we had to go through a little bit of trial and error to learn that.
And do these multifaceted teams report directly into you, or do they report into successive levels of management? How do you keep in touch with all of the field teams?
All the sales teams do report up to me, but what makes the sale itself complex is you're going to have different stakeholders from different sides of the business, right? So maybe multiple technical stakeholders and folks from Dave's team, TPMs or engineers or integrations engineers. We'll have someone in network development, operations, solutions engineering. And so, those folks all report to different parts of the org. But one of the things we learned as a business as a whole with our go-to-market is that sales can't win alone. It takes an army to go win a deal. We had to get everybody at the business aligned around the sales roadmap and the sales plan and what our sales targets were, and help them understand that we need you to be a part of the deal team in order for us to win these customers. And so it's a team sell, and we just needed everybody at the company to understand that.